Today we're talking about something we all go through, but not everyone talks about: coping with change. Change sneaks up on us all the time. Whether it's moving to a new city, starting a new job, or even small shifts in our daily routines, it throws us off. Why is that? Why do we struggle with the new or the unknown even when it might be good for us? I'm here to walk you through this, to explore why we resist change and how we can get better at embracing it. Stick around till the end for a special insight that's crucial for this journey. Ready? Let's get into it. 1. Resistance to change. So let's dive into why we're often not on board with change. Think about the last time you had to switch up something big in your life. Felt a bit uneasy, right? That's because our brains love routine and predictability. It's like when you're watching your favorite TV show for the umpteenth time. You know what's going to happen, and that's comforting. But here comes change, tossing a wrench into the works, making everything feel uncertain. Our initial knee-jerk reaction? No thanks, I'll pass. It's not because we want to stick to the old ways out of stubbornness. Nope, it's a bit deeper than that. Our brains are hardwired to see the unknown as a potential threat. Way back when, this was about survival. Unknown berry? Could be poison. Unknown territory? There might be danger lurking. Fast forward to today, and we're not dodging saber-toothed tigers, but our brain's alarm system still goes off with any change. It's trying to keep us safe, in a way. But staying in our comfort zone can actually hold us back from experiencing new things that could be amazing. Understanding this resistance is the first step. It's about recognizing that feeling uneasy about change is perfectly normal. It's not a sign to run back to safety. Instead, it's a cue to pause, reflect, and maybe even lean into the discomfort a little. Because on the other side of that resistance, that's where growth happens. 2. The comfort zone trap. Now, about this comfort zone we all love. Picture it as your favorite cozy spot on the couch. Everything you need is within arm's reach. Your snacks, your phone, maybe even a pet curled up next to you. Why would you ever leave? Well, while it feels awesome to stay in that snug spot, life is happening outside of it, and it's full of opportunities we might miss if we never budge. Sticking to what we know feels safe because there are no surprises. But have you ever noticed that when you push yourself to try something new, that's when the magic happens? Maybe it's trying a new food and discovering your new favorite dish, or taking a different route on your walk and finding a beautiful park. Our comfort zones are sneaky. They convince us that staying put is for the best, that we're not missing out on anything. But deep down, we know that's not true. Each time we step out of that comfort zone, we're growing. It's like leveling up in a game. Sure, it's uncomfortable at first. Your heart races, you second-guess yourself. But then you do it, and you're like, wow, I can't believe I was so worried about this. Breaking free from the comfort zone doesn't mean you have to go skydiving tomorrow. It can start small. Change up your routine, explore a new hobby, or just say yes to something you'd normally avoid. Little by little, these steps outside our comfort zone broaden our horizons and make us more adaptable to change. 3. Fear of failure and rejection. Ever had that moment where you're on the edge of trying something new, but a voice in your head goes, "What if I mess up?" Or, "What if they don't like it?" Yeah, that's fear chatting away, trying to convince us to play it safe. It's like when you're about to jump into the pool, but the water looks cold. That step back isn't about the water, it's the fear of the shock. This fear makes sense. Nobody wants to fall flat on their face or feel like they're not good enough. But here's a fun fact. Most successful people will tell you about their failures, like their badges of honor. Why? Because each misstep taught them something important. Think of failure as your not-so-fun tutor. It's there to show you what doesn't work, so you can find what does. And rejection? It stings, no doubt. But it's also not the end of the world. It's another form of feedback, not a billboard announcing your inadequacy. Sometimes it's just about finding the right fit, whether it's jobs, relationships, or even just the right audience for what you have to offer. Overcoming these fears starts with changing how we see them. Instead of roadblocks, think of them as stepping stones. Each one gets you closer to where you want to be. So next time fear whispers in your ear, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, then go ahead and dive into that pool anyway. The initial shock, it passes, and before you know it, you're swimming. If you're finding this talk on embracing change helpful, how about showing some love? Hit that like button, drop a comment below with your thoughts or experiences, and don't forget to subscribe. Your support really fuels the channel. 4. The power of mindset. Now, have you ever heard someone say, "It's all about attitude"? Well, they're not wrong. How we look at situations, especially the tough ones, can make a world of difference. It's like when you're stuck in traffic. You can fume about being late, or you can crank up your favorite tunes and have a mini concert in your car. The situation hasn't changed, but your experience of it sure has. Adopting a growth mindset means seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as insurmountable obstacles. It's about saying, okay, this is hard, but I can learn from it. This switch doesn't happen overnight, but with practice, it becomes a part of how you approach everything in life. This mindset shift isn't just feel-good advice, it's backed by science. Studies show that people who embrace challenges, persist through obstacles, learn from criticism, and find lessons in success are more likely to achieve their goals. They're the ones who, when faced with a wall, start looking for a ladder, a door, or even a sledgehammer. So next time you're faced with a change or challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? 5. Building resilience. All right, let's chat about resilience. This is your ability to bounce back from those curveballs life throws at you. Think of resilience as your personal comeback story. It's about how you pick yourself up after you've been knocked down. Like when you drop your ice cream cone. Do you sit there and cry about it, or do you get yourself another scoop? Building resilience doesn't mean you won't feel the sting of setbacks. It means you know that sting isn't forever, and you've got what it takes to move past it. It's about finding that inner strength that says, okay, that didn't go as planned. What's next? Rather than, well, guess that's it for me. How do you build this resilience? Start with small steps. Look after your well-being, both mentally and physically. This could be as simple as making sure you get enough sleep, eating foods that make you feel good, or finding time to unwind with activities you enjoy. It's also about the company you keep. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a huge difference. Remember, building resilience is a journey. Every challenge you face and bounce back from is like adding a tool to your toolbox. The more tools you have, the better equipped you'll be to handle whatever life throws your way. 6. Embracing change as an opportunity. Now, onto a game changer. Seeing change as an opportunity, not a monster hiding under the bed. When something new comes our way, it's easy to see it as a hurdle. But what if we imagine each change as a doorway to something exciting, a chance to learn something new, or even to surprise yourself? Take starting a new job, for example. Sure, it's scary not knowing who you'll meet or what challenges you'll face, but it's also your ticket to new friendships, skills, and maybe discovering a passion you didn't know you had. It's all about perspective. You could spend your energy worrying about what might go wrong, or you could use it to get excited about what could go right. Embracing change means letting go of the need for things to always stay the same. It's understanding that life is a bit like a river, always moving, sometimes calm, and other times wild. Trying to stand still in a flowing river doesn't work too well, does it? Instead, if you move with the current, you'll find it's a lot easier to navigate. Think about a time when a change led to something positive in your life. Maybe it was an unexpected move that brought you to your favorite city, or a chance meeting that introduced you to a lifelong friend. These moments didn't happen despite change. They happened because of it. Before we wrap up, here's a bonus tip. Never underestimate the power of self-care. It's easy to get so caught up in adapting to change and pushing through challenges that we forget to look after ourselves. But taking care of your own well-being is like putting on your oxygen mask first in an airplane. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty. Self-care isn't just bubble baths and face masks. It's also about giving yourself permission to take a break, to say no when you're overwhelmed, and to prioritize activities that recharge your batteries. Whether it's hitting the gym, reading a book, or just taking a quiet moment to breathe, find what fills you up. Remember, a well-rested, well-cared for you is more resilient, more adaptable, and ready to face whatever comes your way. Want to continue on your journey of self-improvement? Get our tips on how to love yourself the right way, or discover psychological tricks to build unshakable confidence. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.